All right. Now, from one studio to another, we're going to Pixar. And the most anticipated that no one ever wanted is Toy Story 5. Some details have come out regarding this. We all know Toy Story 3 ended perfectly,
Yeah.
Andy said goodbye to his toys, drove from the sunset, tearjerker. And then Toy Story 4 got announced. And then we were like, okay, how's this going to work? But we're optimistic to it. And then at the end of that film, Woody and Buzz went their separate ways.
So good.
With the iconic score in the background. Another perfect ending, They somewhat nailed it,
Infinity and beyond.
How could they top that? And now Toy Story 5 is announced. And not only that, but Woody and Buzz, who just had the most emotional goodbye ever, is going to be in this fucking movie. They are milking a franchise at this point. I mean, hey, when Toy Story 4 got announced, we probably said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But how are they going to end it? They've already they struck lightning twice. They can't strike it 3 times, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess I said my bit.
Well, I mean, it's clear, Buzz Lightyear can't handle a Toy Story movie on his own, so they got to get Woody back in for that because what did he do? He lost like $200 million for the company.
100%.
Yeah. And I hope Tim Allen comes back as Buzz Lightyear. Chris Evans, mate, you're Captain America. You're not Buzz Lightyear, right? That role was too big for you. Sorry. But yeah, I am going to go on the other side of the fence for this one, and I'm just going to be excited for it, honestly.
Because it's Toy Story?
Because I doubted Toy Story 4, and it was amazing. It's close to a masterpiece. It's close to the top level of Pixar. And I was like, no, there's no way. Like, Toy Story 3 won the perfect endings of all time. Like, you can't, continue that.
Mm-hmm.
But that they did. And they did it to, an amazing effect. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm not going to just immediately, just be like, okay, well, this doesn't make sense. They can't do it. Goodbye. I don't care. I'm going to care. I'm going to allow myself to be excited for this one. If it's one thing Pixar's always done right, it's Toy Story. They never missed the mark, Toy Story. We've had 4. And what are they? They're all 98% and above. They're just insane. They're so good. And they're so heartwarming, and they're just such great characters. And Pixar just knows all those characters in that whole world just so brilliantly that I don't have any disbelief that they're going to make anything near mediocre. Definitely not going to be bad. So it's one where I'm going to be excited for. Cautiously optimistic, of course, because as you just pointed out, it seems hard to put them back in the same story together. We got the goodbye. I don't know how it really intertwines, but I trust Pixar with Toy Story. Perhaps not with other properties anymore, but Toy Story, I know they're always consistent on. I'm going to have a leap of faith here, and I'm excited for this one, regardless.
Could you say it's new territory for them? Because Toy Story 3 was the goodbye between the toys and Andy.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4 was the goodbye between Woody and Buzz.
Now it's going to be Woody saying goodbye to Bo Peep. Sorry, I've moved on, Bo Peep. And he's going to bar as he leaves because of the sheep.
This is the shit I had to put up with off mic,
No, guys, it's a lot worse than this. He puts up with a lot. My jokes are far worse. Off the potty.
Anyway,
but I see your point.
Yeah,
I get it.
There's no more there's no next step. That bond off between Woody hating Buzz in the first form to becoming essentially brothers to saying their goodbyes. You can't top that emotional moment.
What about this?
All right, here we go.
Woody is parted ways with Bo Peep. Something out of his control. And Buzz Lightyear is thrown into the donation box. And Andy, who's now a father, picks both of them up. And then there's little Andy.
Little Andy.
And he loves those two the most. And we start again. Toy Story 5, 6, 7 with Andy's son.
Andy's son called Randy.
This could be a real possibility.
It's actually very true. It is actually a good concept because, it's bringing things full circle. In terms of Toy Story 6,
it would have to be a lot better than that because that's way too forced and conventional. There's no way that could work. But yeah.
Oh, very convenient.
Oh, they'd have to find a way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It would be good if one of the toys died, like they got so badly damaged they could be on repair, and that's their goodbye. Like, I mean, just that. I think that's the next emotional level you can get from Toy Story. I just can't think of anything else.
It is tough. But
yeah.
Do you remember at the end of the third one?
The furnace?
Yeah, no, like just after the movie. And me, you, and when we had Kai in here, we would always say, perfect ending. Where can they go? What can they do with this? And they did it. And then you come out of it, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess like Buzz Lightyear and Woody saying goodbye. Obvious, but they found a way and we didn't see it. Can they do that again?
Yeah, but those, the relationships between those characters, they've already said their goodbye. Just for them to come back and do it again won't have that same impact. And Woody and Buzz...
It does lose that impact. Absolutely, yeah.
Woody and Buzz and Woody and Andy are clearly the most two, interconnected beings, so to speak, in this franchise. Like, we've already got them both already. Like, there's no other more emotional relationship that could potentially happen in this. Unless like Toy Story 5 plays out and it somehow goes back to what you said, the toys go back to Andy and his family. That's probably the only other thing to make it full circle. But hey, Pixar has a plan and I hope they execute like you say, because you are right when they say that when it comes to Toy Story, Pixar never fails.
They've never missed a Toy Story. And, we have 4 things to show for that.
Exactly.
So, yeah.